What's up, YouTube? This is Galactic God. I'm here with my friend Andrew. He's got a deck profile on 6 Sams with his regional winning deck.
Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to go through the monsters. This was a deck that I played about 2 weeks ago at a regional where I went undefeated. I played 6 Sams. So we're going to start off first. We're going to have 3 Kagemusha, the 6 Samurai. Monster lineup is going to be pretty staple. The only thing that gets kind of special is going to be the side deck, which I'll explain later. So we run 3 of those. We also run 3 legendary 6 Samurai Kaigeki, along with 3 Kizon. Then my personal little taste on this was 2 Grandmaster the 6. I've seen people run 3, some even run 1. I like the 2. Gives me options to Landois, which I didn't run, Black Rose, other 7 stars, Scrap Archfiend. Mainly it was Black Rose or Scrap Archfiend. Some were running Inishi, the legendary 6 Samurai guy. I was running the Chancellor version, just because it gave me a free pop for Scrap Dragon, other Shiens in the mirror match. It also gave me access to level 8s, such as my own Scrap Dragon, Stardust, Colossal, etc. One hand of the 6. I didn't like the Shine Mizio loop, so I decided to stay with the hand of the 6 Samurai. And then for the mirror match, when I had a Shien out and they would make their own Shien, it would kind of just sit there for back and forth. I played Spirit of the 6. It gains 500, plus it also gave me another draw engine. And it also opened up options for me to make Materia Beast when I had him and Kagemusha on the board. Then we're going to go into their spell lineup. Spell lineup, like I said, pretty stable. 3 Smoke Signal. Basically, it's a -3 to my deck, so I can search for whatever I need at the current moment. Their draw engine, which should be limited to 1. 6 Sam United. Taking a page from Sean Kubert. 3 Upstart Goblin, just another draw engine. Another staple card of the format, double Mystical Space Typhoon. And then all the one-ofs that we always run, Book of Moon, Dark Hole, Gateway of the 6, Giant Trunade, Monster Reborn, and Reinforcement of the Army. The trap lineup, this is a 41 card deck because of 1 trap I did play. I did run 2 double-edged sword technique. I've seen people run 3. It's just not me. I like it in 2s. Gave me options to make more Shiens, Catasters, Magical Androids, other 5 stars. Double Magatama. Just anything that says, hey, I can control 6 Sam and I can stop your destruction. It was great against the mirror match, especially with Shien. Double Solemn Warning. It's stable this format. It needs to be reprinted in Gold 4. Yeah. Then I ran the Mirror Force, the Royal Oppression, and the Solemn Judgment, which were a staple. The Oppression was in here when I got my setup with Machine barking on where I couldn't lose. And just to stop mirror match, Gravekeepers, Fish, Quick Draw, Dandy Warrior, Chaos Plants. A lot of people were side decking it. I decided to main deck it. It was Mind Crush with how much searching was going on. Commandants, Smoke Signals, Rhodas, Sangan, all that. Basically, whatever they brought out, they would lose it most likely. Then the extra deck, I did update it. The only thing that's different about it from the regional version to the release of HA4 was a Trishula. At the regional, I ran 3 Shien, but this version I only run 2. Then I also had the Allied Justice Cataster. It was a great level 5. It was very generic. Bring it out, especially when they had a Stardust or something that I couldn't get around. Not a Stardust, like something I couldn't get around with Shien. Ancient Fairy Dragon won me many games against Gravekeeper, getting rid of their Necro Valley so that I can use my double-edged sword techniques to make Shiens to get control again. Black Rose Dragon was always an out against anything I was playing against. Most of the time it was against Gravekeeper, which is my worst matchup. The Brianak, it was there. I hardly ever used it at the regional. I did use it 1 game where I needed to make a Shien and I had a double-edged face down. So I kind of plussed myself into making a Shien using him and my double-edge. The other level 5 I play is Magical Android. We don't have TG Hyper Librarian yet, so this is what's taking its place till we get Hyper Librarian. I do make a lot of 9 stars, so I ran the Mistworm. Mistworm was very good when I had Kagemusha, Kaigeki, and Kizon opening hand, and I didn't have an out, or they had 3 set cards or 3 cards on the board that I couldn't get around. Instead of going into the Shien, I'd go into the Mistworm just to clear everything. Same attack, just kind of minus my hand. Then Materia Barkion was also a very popular card. It shut down a lot of Chaos Plant players, a lot of 6 Sams. So in the mirror match, it was great. I hated when I saw Shien Barkion on the board. So there's a sideboard card that I played that helped me get rid of that. And then Materia Beast, like I said, I run the Spirit of the Six along with Kagemusha, so I had an option to potentially make it. Didn't make it too often, but when I did, I used it against Gravekeepers, shut down their Necro Valleys, their Steels, their Royal Tributes, their pretty much anything that they wanted to use, I would just shut it down using this guy. Generic level 7 is just a beater. If I had Kagemusha Grandmaster and he had a Shien, I was getting around it. I wasn't going to Black Rose. I would just attack over it. And then I ran the Scrap Dragon. Scrap Dragon with the Chancellor and this guy. I was just using it basically to attack over Shiens, get rid of Necro Valleys, Dragon Ravines. Pretty much you name it, I was trying to get rid of it. Stardust Dragon, never really made it. I just liked the fact that I had it in my deck. The only thing I didn't like is when I actually lost it to a enemy controller against Frog Monarch, where he made Shooting Star and won that game when the enemy controller did. I don't have the Trishula with me. I didn't put it in the extra deck, but it's there, so we'll Photoshop it in somewhere. And then the last one was a Khmer Tech Fortress Dragon. It was just a filler card. I did play against a few Machina Gadgets, Machina Salvo, so I do side deck Cyber Dragons just in case I do need to bring it out. When it came to my mirror matches, my side deck was what was there helping me. The last thing that I have to show you is the side deck, which is pretty generic, but it also made a lot of sense. I ran double Effect Veiler against the mirror match. When they dropped Kageki, I could stop it so they could bring in Kagemusha, so they had a dead Kageki on the board. It was also great against Spellcaster, the Spellcaster Necro Valley. I can stop their Spies, their Descendant. It was really good against the Quick Draw Plants. I could stop their Lone Fire, the second Lone Fire they were bringing out, their Chaos Sorcerer, so it was a really good sideboard. I didn't have room main deck to main deck any, but whenever I sided in, I always seemed to draw into them and always win the game. Double Cyber Dragon, like I said, against the Machina players, also against Gladiator players. I did play against one Gladiator Beast deck that round. I did really well. It was just 21 beater. It was getting over the Hippo, the Rhino, whatever it is, the Hippolamos. Wrecking Fishes. It was really good against Monarch. I just hardly sided it in, but it was still good. Against the mirror match and also against Gravekeeper, I was running in Puppet Plant because everyone knew that it can get Warriors, but it also can grab Spellcasters. So when they flipped their Spy and I'd Veiler, I would take it and then I would go ahead and make whatever I needed the next turn, like a Trishula or a Brianak, whatever 6-star I could potentially make. With the searching that was going on with the format, the Mind Crush helped a lot game 1, but game 2 and 3, the Thunder King Rayo combo was great. It did give a hindrance to me, but I was allowed to still get around it. If I ever needed to search, I can sync it off, book it, figure out something to do with it so I didn't have to deal with it anymore. I ran 2 Smashing Ground against Gladiator Beast, which was really annoying. I did use it against Gravekeepers. It didn't help me much. Nobleman Crossout, which I do run, helped a lot more. It was just in here against any deck that was aggro. Chaos Plants was another one that was really annoying. After the Smashing Ground, I'm probably going to take these out and put in Debunks from Extreme Victory. I think that's the name of the set. Works really well against Veilers and also against Treeborn Frogs, so I don't have to see them for a turn. The one Nobleman, just use it against anything that set a lot. Gravekeepers, Plants set it a lot. It was pretty cool. You crossing out a Spore, crossing out a Dandelion, all in the same round, different games. And then double Dust Tornado. Double Dust Tornado just against Dragon's Ravine, Necro Valley, stuff like that. I didn't have any Closed Forest. I would have ran those, but I didn't have any for the regional. But Dust Tornado is always a good card to play. Then the last one was where, after playtesting it a lot, it's 2 cards I side in. It's going to be the Super Polymerization and the Dragonite Draco Equus. Like I said, I was really annoyed when Samurai players would have Shien on the board and they would also have Barkion, and I had no out to it. Well, the Super Polymerization basically gave me the option to make this, which is a Warrior or Dragon-type Synchro monster plus Warrior monster, and they can't stop the Super Poly with Shien. So their hard work would go away when I would bring in this. I'd remove their Barkion, so I'd have a Barkion for a turn plus a 32 beater. I would just use it just for a clear 3200 that I can use on the attack. It was really good. The only thing I didn't like about this is that word got out, and in one mirror match, a guy did bring it out against me, but he lost it to a Mirror Force, which he didn't remove my Barkion because he forgot he could do that. So it was a good out. Right now, the only thing I'm probably going to change about the deck, like I said, take out the Dust Tornadoes and put in Debunks. All right, guys, and that was my undefeated 6 Samurai deck in a 9-round tournament.